So para kay Mikael, sino pa ba yung mga dream leading ladies mo na gustong makatambal in the future? Siguro top 3 in no particular order, and anong mga projects yon with them? So
Yeah,
sino ka mga
well, to be honest with you, kanina pa namin pinag-uusapan ni Megan, like, sino ba yung mga hindi ko pa nakakatrabaho? Kasi ang dami na, 11 years is a long time. You work
Yes.
with so many people. So, first of all, I would love to work with all of the co-actresses and co-actors that I've worked with before because I would consider almost all of them my friends. And there's always something new when you work with someone again. Iba yung chemistry ulit eh. Parang there's something more eh. Parang mas malaman siya. But of course, at the same time, the second one would be if I were to think of those na medyo ka-age ko, I haven't really worked with Lovey, I think. I worked with Lovey once, pero that was like 2 taping days. And then I haven't worked with Heart. So those are the people na naiisip ko na my age na hindi ko pa nakakatrabaho. But the third one is more interesting kasi kita natin na on social media, ang daming influx ng new and talented younger artists in GMA now. And how would that work? Hindi ba sobrang nakaka-intriga yun na how would I work with some of the younger artists right now? So what kind of dynamic would that be? Kasi for the longest time, it's usually me and then a more veteran artist. And if you put me as the veteran and someone newer, anong chemistry ang lalabas? So very interesting yun.
And anong mga type ng project siguro ang gusto mong maka-work with them? Like yung sabi mo nga kanina sa mga younger artists, sa mga previous actresses na nakatrabaho mo na. So siguro ano pang mga projects ang naiisip mo na pwede niyong gawin together na hindi mo pa rin nagawa? Thinking
Well,
of
I'm
them.
actually open to anything. In terms of hindi pa nagagawa, that's always super duper difficult to think about kasi we don't know what's in store, eh. Especially now, may merging of the TV and digital space. So baka may kakaibang platform or kakaibang format na ilalabas. Of course, hindi naman mawawala yung heavy drama, comedies and sitcoms. So I guess open lang ako sa kahit ano, and there's not one specific project that stands out that makes me say, I really want to do this. Parang I've always been, yung mindset ko dati, always just be open for whatever's presented.
Yes. Okay, so that's all, Mikael. Thank you and congratulations. Looking forward sa mga bagong projects mo with GMA.
All right. Thank you, Rocky. Ingat.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kuya Rocky. Second to the last questions naman po question will be coming from Mr. Chad Solis.
Hi, Mikael. Congratulations.
Hi, Chad.
Ayan.
Thank you.
Hi. So, with your more than 10 years sa showbiz, no? How would you describe yung naging journey ng career mo? And what would you consider as like highlights and lowlights ng career mo?
Oh, how would I describe my journey? I guess my journey was a journey of perseverance, at least from a personal level. Kasi I've never been shy to say na it was a very difficult path for me on a personal level because I had to learn all these new things and it wasn't the easiest thing to learn. I think you could see, my growth from the very first teleserye I did to everything in between to now. I guess the latest one would be Love of My Life. That I've changed and that I've grown in terms of going about my craft, acting, and even hosting. So definitely it was a journey of perseverance kasi every time that there was a mistake made, I had to get up and learn from it immediately, right away. And happy lang ako na may opportunity to show that I learned. And yeah, what was the second question, Chad?
What do you consider the highlights ng career mo?
Wow, so many highlights. Sa totoo lang. I mean, if you give me any project, I can give you a story that would stick out. And I guess siguro if I were to pick one highlight because of recency bias, let's go with Love of My Life. It was very warmly received by people, even on Netflix. People would tell me that they're always watching it and rewatching it and marathoning it. So para sa akin, it's just nice to know that your most recent project did well and it gives you a lot of motivation, di ba? To head into that next project, kung ano man yun, with a lot of energy.
And Mikael, if GMA will going to grant you one wish lang na hihilingin mo sa kanila, ano yung i-wish mo?
You know what? I'm the kind of person who doesn't really wish for much. So I don't think I would I'm not sure if I would wish for anything. I would probably wish for a next project, but technically they have to give that as well. So with the contract that we have, but not a lot of wishing on my part. I've always been the kind of person go through life a day at a time, and whatever is there, just make the most of the opportunity.
Okay, so last na lang, Mikael.
Sure.
Bea is already in GMA. She's now a kapuso. You're one of the premier leading man ng GMA. May plans ba working with Bea?
Well, I don't know of any plans. I've never heard of any, but if the opportunity was there to work with Bea, I've met her maybe once or twice already because of Megan. My God, I would love to work with her. Just the body of work that she's done, it would be very interesting working with her and seeing how she goes about her job.
Thank you, Mikael, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kuya Chad. And last question this afternoon will be coming from Mr. John Bueno.
All right, Mikael, I just
Yan,
have
Kumagkaw. Kamusta?
ito lumalaki. Anyway, I just have like a couple of questions. Like Andrea Torres, in a recent interview, actually told people that you did actually had a rift with her during your project like a couple of years ago. Was that something? Well, she told her piece already, so I'm just asking what was that particular incident in your occasion?
To be honest with you, the details escape me, but this isn't something that we've ever hid. I think we've been talking about this for a very long time already.
Mhm.
If I remember correctly, this was during Sana Ikaw Na Nga. But after
Mhm.
this project, I think our friendship grew because we still had With a Smile, we still had Ang Lihim ni Anasandra, we still had our project in Cambodia. And I always tell people that Andrea was a huge part, especially during my early days, because we spent how many years together doing projects in and out, promos and regionals, and she was even part of the video in during the contract signing. I don't know if they're going to show you guys that video,
Mhm.
but overall, I mentioned a while ago that I can give moments with my co-actors and co-actresses or within a project. And same
Mhm.
with Andrea, the moments that I would share are not just the happy moments, it also would be the challenging moments, similar to what she was talking about. And I think I take that very happily because that collection of moments is basically our friendship and our relationship together.
All right. Um, your image has been very clean, you know. Is there something that Mikael Daez is actually bad at?
Yeah. I'd say I could be pretty bad at everything that I do. It depends who you're gonna compare me to, right? Anong tawag dito? I think it's very difficult judging art and judging this kind of craft, which is
Mm.
acting or vlogging, which is extremely subjective. I mean, if you're a person looking for a car review and you watch my vlog, you're gonna say, "What is this?" So, 'di ba? Parang depende naman 'yun. I think more importantly when you're creating content, which let's be honest, is extremely subjective. I think the most important thing to consider is you need to be happy with what you are producing. And whatever anybody else comes in and sees, then you have to allow them to interpret your content in their own way. So if people relate, then great. If people don't relate, that's okay. So I don't think there's any one piece of content that will universally, make every single person in the world happy because we're all different. So I guess yung mindset lang na yun when you're creating the content is very important so that you can stay true to yourself with whatever you create.
All right. Now, last question. I know it's been 11 years that you've worked with GMA. Are there specific people that you think you should be thankful for in your career?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I mean, if I go through this list, I'm gonna feel a bit bad because I'm gonna leave people out.
Mm.
But I guess if I were to think about one, hmm, let me think of one. Because a lot of these stories are a lot of these stories involve people who are not in the limelight.
Mhm.
So if I mention a name, parang syempre, I mean, it wouldn't resonate because baka hindi niyo siya kilala. So I guess we'll just leave it at In my journey, I think I already mentioned there have been many ups and downs, but in every down, I never picked myself up on my own. There was always someone there. A lot of the times it was Megan. A lot of the times it was people whom I worked with, directors, producers, co-actors. So I would do an injustice to everybody whom I worked with because I consider them a reason why I am here where I am today. So I just say thank you, even to everyone here. A lot of you guys I've talked to and worked with in various levels, in various platforms. So there's also a role that we all played in each other's lives. So para sa akin, it's a collection of all these moments that led up to this. And then moving forward will be another collection of moments. So I'm super thankful to everyone whom I've come across, to be honest with you.
By the way, who actually was the one who convinced you to go to TV? Coming from, of course, the modeling career.
You know what? We're gonna have to find out. Kailangan yata natin mag-investigate. It might have been Miss Annette Abrogar Gozon Abrogar, and I think she saw my Jollibee ad. So I think that's where it started. But we'll have to do a bit more digging kung yun yung pinakauna. Yung unang exposure ko doon sa GMA XX.
Okay, can't wait to see more from you. I'm very happy. Congratulations,
Alright,
Mikael.
salamat dyan. Ingat.
Thanks, Kuya John. And we have one last pahabol question po from Mr.
Sure,
Zunel
wala.
Estelior.
Hello. Hi, Mikael.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Itatanong ko sa'yo, I've been watching you since Amaya as Lumad. Ano yung mga lesson na nakuha mo bilang second leading man ni Marian doon, given na syempre yun ang first TV drama mo?
Yeah. You know what? I've been talking about learning from mistakes, so I'm gonna take a different route with this answer, specifically with Marian. So with Marian, I've shared this before, but she is one of the artists where I learned the significance of being professional. So her professionalism and the work ethic that she showed me by example. She didn't like go up to me, "Oh, Mick, ito yung gagawin mo, ito." Just me working with her, being with her, and watching her go about yung ginagawa niya sa isang teleserye, off camera and on camera. Para sa akin, ang laking bagay nun. Because that set the tone for me. Marian was the first leading lady whom I worked with. Amaya was the first teleserye that I worked on. So she was a very good example for me, to be honest. And I thank her for that all the time.
Ayun. And then, syempre, fast forward to 10 years, love of my life, na sobrang grabe yung epekto noon sa maraming tao, including me, with your role as Nikolai. What is your reaction to the public's clamor on having a book 2?
Well, first of all, thank you so much. Maraming salamat. Na-enjoy mo yung love of my life. In terms of the book 2, come what may. If it's there, syempre nakakakilig na yun yung hinihingi ng mga tao. Hindi ko alam kung mangyayari yan. But I'm very happy with Love of My Life. I think a lot of the castmates, the whole team is also extremely happy and feeling very fulfilled. Lalong-lalo na because we were one of the first few productions to go into lock-in taping and come out unscathed. So para sa akin, there were so many wins that we draw from Love of My Life. And ultimately, we're very happy that the audience was happy with what they saw.
Kahit na ang daming naging adjustments, no, kagaya ng
Oo.
sa mga bata pa lang na hindi na
Laking
magiging
bagay talaga. It really was very fulfilling.
Yeah. As my final question na rin, ano na lang ang message mo sa mga followers mo na hanggang ngayon ay nandito pa rin para sa'yo?
Yes, to all the followers, those who follow the vlogs, the podcasts, the teleseries, of course. Thank you so much for your support. It's been 11 long years and so many more years ahead of us. And I do promise the content is going to keep on coming.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you as well.
Thanks, Kuya Junel, and thank you as well to all the bloggers for joining us this afternoon. But before anything else, Mikael, you may also promote your current and upcoming projects and your social media handles as well.
All right. Anytime?
Yes.
Hey guys, Mikael Daez here. In this digital world, you can catch me on YouTube. I have a vlog and a podcast. You can catch some of my teleseries on these digital spaces as well. And of course, you can watch GMA Network on local TV to catch some of the older shows and episodes that I've done. But with that, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you've given me and more content to come.
Thank you. At syempre, hindi rin po